Going to record this and trying to figure out here how to share my screen. All right. I think we are alive and ready to go. Although, let me know on Facebook. Seems like there's a bit of a delay. All right, amazing. We're here, we're live, we're good, everything's good. I have like my multiple screens going, my multiple beverages, but we are here live and I cannot wait for this workshop. It was something that was just in the works of so many of you guys coming to me and telling me that you have this offer, but it's not selling. So feel free to even drop your offer statements. Adrian, oh, perfect. I'm so happy. This is an interactive workshop, so you're going to have my eyes on your offers. We're creating this together, and I am just super excited. I'm just going to admit some people to come in. Feel free to take a screenshot of this, share it in your stories, tag me in it. I love seeing people's desk setup. Gives me like inspiration. I just love knowing where you're working at. So to just kind of start it off with a quote, you will either step forward in growth or you will step back in safety. And in this workshop, we are talking all about growth, getting out of your comfort zone, elevating your offer, and setting it up for success, right? Because ultimately, I mean, I'm not going to get into it now. You'll see in the upcoming slides. So just a little bit about me, no long intro. I mean, you can totally just read this. Just so that you know who you're going to be spending the next few, 40 minutes with. And I'm Christina, I'm a marketing and mindset mentor, and I really didn't know I'd be a marketing and sales coach. I totally thought I would be doing something more in the self-development realm, but after seeing so many unclear messages and just complicated ways of doing business, and the amount of programs that I invested in, I just haven't seen anybody nail it. So I decided to marry the mindset and marketing together, create my own methods on growing a sustainable business in a focused and simplistic way, which is my core values, 2 of them anyway. And so I decided to marry them together and thought that this is exactly what I am here to do. I've taken all of my 14 years of experience in corporate and previous businesses, and because without having the right mindset, no strategy is going to work. You can have the most perfect strategy in the world, but if you're blocking yourself from receiving, it's going to be hard to receive. And this is not that training where I'm going to talk about mindset. Totally have a ton of those on my Instagram. This is all about creating your offer. And let's just get into it. Let's dive right in. Okay. So everyone talks about helping, and we're going to go deep into each and every one of these, so don't worry. I just want to pre-state that the fact that everyone talks about helping other people, right? We're all in the business of service. We're all in the business of helping others, but very, very few talk about how they actually do it. You know, they say that, oh, yeah, I'm a business coach, I can totally help you with that. And no deep understanding of how. And I am gladly to share with you exactly how I do it. And I will share exactly how I do it later on. But people like to buy specific solutions, not general ones. And I'm just going to give you an outrageous example, but let's say that you were diagnosed with a rare form of lung cancer. Would you rather pay to see a general physician, or would you rather go see a doctor who specializes and known for focusing on that specific cause, right? Hopefully this never happens to you, of course, but you get the point. It's the same with business. The more specific you can be about what you do for people, the easier it will be to get clients. And the more you will be able to charge. And there's, a lot of fear around, if I increase my prices, like all those limiting beliefs, we're going to throw all those out the window when we get really specific into going in and mapping out your offer, which is exactly what we're going to do in a little bit. So you can feel free to drop your questions below. Feel free to drop your offer statements below. Feel free to drop all of that below. And I am going to be more than glad to help you refine it, elevate it, create it, whatever it is. Just drop your questions below. So just going to quickly run through like the money-making niches. These are the 4 niches out there. There are health and fitness, relationship and dating, wealth, and personal development. So a high ticket offer must take your clients from point A, so where they are right now in a specific situation, to point Z, where they want to be, where they desire to be. And it actually has to work, meaning the outcome that you provide needs to be tangible, needs to be verifiable, it needs to be specific. So you need to know the outcome that you provide specifically, right? Specificity sells. And because not only that, but everybody wins. And ultimately, when your clients win, you win, referrals pour in, you create a loyal audience, you create evangelists who will do a lot of the selling for you, right? The key is to build a community of fans. And I have an entire method on that in my signature program, Social Sales Academy, but everything starts with clarity. Because do you really want to be selling every single day for the rest of your life? Probably not. And I don't know. You're here, and if you're anything like me, then I'm sure you don't either, right? So your offer cannot be basic. It needs to solve a specific problem and not live your best life, feel better, be more aligned, be abundant, nothing like that. That's fluff. That's fluff industry terms that mean something different to absolutely every single person. And when people read that, they're like, I don't even know what that means. Or, people need to read it and know that they have that problem that you are talking about. You want your offer to be easily stated and digestible. So the average person will understand it. Just like, for some of my health coaches out there, or even anyone that's health conscious, I love buying more on the organic side. Yes, it's expensive, but I know the ingredients that go in there, right? So when I'm looking at something and it has all of these things that I can't even pronounce, and I look at something that has very clear ingredients that, I know what this is. That's exactly how your offer needs to be too. It needs to be very specific. It needs to state what's included and how you're specifically doing it, because a confused mind does not buy. And there's room for everyone at the top. Like, there is not one single person out there that does exactly what you do in the same way at the same stage or level, regardless of if you're teaching similar topics. Yes, we do. There's a ton of people out there that teach similar topics, but nobody teaches in the way that I do. I have my own methods. I have my own proprietary method in Social Sales Academy. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. But I can tell you that there is room for everyone. And I never get why people feel like there's competition or they feel like they're the same. And a lot of that comes down to clarity, right? You are you. And only you can tell your story the way that you tell your story. Only you can teach the way that you teach. So no one will have the same offer as you do. And especially if you're meant for this, there is no competition. So that fear is keeping you stuck. I worked with a lot of clients and coach a lot of people, and you need to learn to walk with fear. You need to learn to coexist with it. And there are people out there that are paying for first class tickets. There are people out there buying boats and yachts and farms and horses and cows and spending a ton of money on anything, right? I live I live in a condo. I pay over $600 in maintenance fees on top of my mortgage. And I have a personal trainer that I see 3 times a week. Why? Because I want to. It's important to me. I see the value in it. I get a certain level of outcome that I'm not going to get alone. And there are people out there who spend so much money on supplements. Why? Because they want to. It's important for them. There are people out there that only fly first class. Why? Because it's important to them. So there are people out there spending money, so people will buy. I promise you that. You need to believe and feel confident in your offer and the true outcome that you provide, because I can sit there and create your packages in no time, but you are the one that has to sell it. You are the one that has to facilitate the transformation. You need to embody and know the outcome that you provide and get behind it. So I know for me, a lot of people are in my DMs and tell me that they want more clients. They want to make 6 figures. But they're charging low ticket. They're doing $97 offers, $200 offers, free calls. Well, unless they're consultation calls, but you have to, you're going to have to sell a crap load of those small offers to even hit 5K runs, right? Remember, you're a business, you have expenses, you want to hire a team, you need to pay for that. You want to outsource, you got to pay for that. You want to buy software, you need money for that. You can't do it if you're charging low ticket. And you need to get away from the fear and step into the specific solution that your offer provides. And so we'll get into that. So I want to talk about the specific outcomes. So all of this kind of stems from each of these 4 money-making niches. So for example, if you're in the health industry, you're either going to help people lose weight, you're going to help people heal a sickness, you're going to help maybe a specific performance, maybe they're doing body competitions, maybe they're training for a marathon, maybe you're helping them with natural healing. And this is like the golden question. So I want you to remember that you are not selling, you're not selling coaching. No one buys coaching. No one buys your service. They are buying the solution and what it will do for them, what it can do for them. So you need to think about it as what's the opportunity cost? Finding your niche is the most difficult part for most people. And even with my clients, when they're like, yeah, I know my niche. And it's like, okay, well, let's go through it. And they're like, oh, and then I'm just like, okay, you don't know your niche. We need to get deeper and specific. So a lot of people think they got it, but very few nail it and get it right, which is why they have such a hard time actually selling it. One of the reasons, could be other gaps and stuff too, but you're not actually selling the coaching or the package or the container, you're selling the solution and what it does for that person. So you can feel free to drop yours in the comments below, and I'm more than happy to look at them. So what outcome do you provide for the seniors? What is the specific solution? And the only thing standing in their way is the solution that you have, right? So let me go into the rest of them. So wealth, right? You're going to help people make money, save money. Maybe you're helping them make 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures, 1 million figures, multiple figures. You're helping them maybe with their money management, investing, saving for retirement, big purchases. You're helping them in the area of wealth, of making money, having your money work for you, maybe growing your money, retaining your money, saving your money. Whatever it is, the outcome is more of it. Then you have the personal development. You maybe your career coaches, right? Your career developments, people who want to climb that corporate ladder, get promotions, maybe negotiation. Maybe they want to achieve, speaking on stage, overcome burnout, anxiety, money mindset, time management, whatever it is that they're in that would be classified under achieving a specific result. So any of the ones there's a lot more than what I'm listing here. Of course, there's going to be pages of them, but you get the point of having those specific tangible outcomes, right? So these are the 4 money-making niches, and each one will fall under your niche, the offer that you have and what you're actually facilitating in the transformation. So, and I know that you might be sitting there and thinking, well, mine is multifaceted. I help them in all of these areas. While yes, when I help my clients blow up their business, their lives improve, their health gets better, their relationships get better, they have more time, I'm helping them in all facets and all areas of their life. But what is your expertise? Everything else is a byproduct, right? You can't market. If you're marketing to everyone, you're marketing to no one. And I know that's not, you may know that. Hopefully this time it sticks because you're just going to become white noise. So from there, it's strategically writing content that. So actually, before I go into that, I want to say that people sell and they may not necessarily know what they need until you make them problem aware, right? There's different buyer processes of the buyer's journey, which is something I go deep into my signature program, Social Sales Academy, and a training for another time. But for example, like I had mentioned, a lot of my clients struggle to hit consistent revenue, get to that, break to those 5K plus months. And I help them with that. But the biggest problem is their offer clarity and selling a specific outcome. They're not clear. And from there, once you're clear on that, it's writing content, like strategically writing content that draws in clients, and then learning how to turn those leads into buyers. Like you're taking your browsers into buyers. So my clients were just writing posts and literally no clients were coming, right? They were doing all of the things. They were showing up, they were writing the posts, they were visible, they were networking, but nothing was translating, right? Their work wasn't translating to the money that they had in their bank account. And it makes sense because they were not connecting it to a digestible and specific outcome. And one of my clients, Rossi, I helped her tweak her post, and she posted it that same day and immediately booked a client from that one post. And the reason that happened is because it was very specific. It wasn't how to find love, how to get in shape. If this resonated with you, shoot me a DM, I can help you. It was nothing like that. That could be what you're doing now and you're wondering why. Well, that is why. You need to boldly state how you're going to help your clients and that specific outcome, because a confused mind doesn't buy. There might just, on their journey, or as we live in this fast scrolling world, they're just going to double tap and move on, if that. It just becomes white noise. And this is where a lot of people feel like they sound the same, or they're not standing out and they don't know how to stand out, and no one's biting off their offers, which we'll get into. But it comes down to the clarity and knowing who you specifically serve. So I want to take you through, I think I'm coming up to it. Yeah. So here's a slide that I want to take you through on some of the questions that I'll take my clients through on a much deeper level. But as a walkthrough, you want to get very clear on the client and the outcome. So it must take your clients from point A to point Z. So where do they want to go? Right now, as you're thinking, I want you to think, where is the starting point of my clients? What aptitudes do they need? What do they have to have in place in order to get the best results working with you, right? You're going to provide them the most stunning transformation, but where do they need to be? Because you can't have people starting all over the place and expecting an outcome in that same time. It needs to be, they have to start from that specific point A. So where are they? Are they, stuck at 1K, or are they are they hitting consistent 5K, 10K months, but now they want to grow a product suite? Like, where are they specifically at? And where do they want to be? Do they want to go from 20K, from 5K months to 20K months by increasing their prices or their product suite, adding more offers, like having more one-to-many model? And of course, it actually has to work. So you want to really think about where your clients, maybe think back to some of your best clients. Where were they? What were they doing? What was their attitude like? How did they show up? What did they have in place? And from there, you want to think about, okay, what is that specific outcome? And again, it needs to be tangible, verifiable, and specific. And how are you going to get them there? Which I'm going to show you, but I want you to think about this. I want you to think about what outcomes can you provide your dream clients that only you can provide, meaning the only thing standing in their way is a solution that you have, right? So what are their symptoms? So for me, as an example, somebody gets a sales objection. What they do is they think that they're going to go back to their questionnaire and adding more questions like, this is a low 4-figure offer. Yes, do you have the money? No, whatever multiple choice questions that they provide. Or they'll add a question like, who else has a say on your finances? And this doesn't work. Adding more questions to your questionnaire is not the answer. Or I have my clients before working with me, they're creating new offers. They lower their prices or go and create a new offer because thinking that this is the one that's going to sell. The problem is not the offer, unless you know how to specifically and actually create a sellable offer. But if your one offer is not selling and you go create multiple different offers hoping that one of them sells, no, that is not going to be the answer to it either. And the answer to that is knowing what are you helping them get, do, and be. Those are questions that you need to answer and really figure out the transformation of your clients. Where are they? Where are they going? So without further ado, let's get to that. Let's map this out for you. So you want to think, well, actually, before we get to that, here are specific outcome examples. So if you're a mindset coach and I don't know, one of the things that you help is you help 6-figure coaches reach 7 figures. And, the way that you do that is finding what's standing in their way, rewiring those limiting beliefs. Like, we're not going to get into like the outcome and the pitch and all that stuff, but you want to think about who demographically are you helping and what are you helping them do and how. So helping 6-figure coaches reach 7 figures. Maybe you're helping moms lose postpartum weight, or maybe you're helping those that are heavily into fitness, like the person that knows what to do, but their mindset is the thing standing in their way because they're constantly emotionally eating or reaching for the feel good food. I'm so guilty of this. I went to the gym yesterday. I saw my personal trainer, came back, had some chips. So you know what I mean? Like, even if you're a mindset coach, you can help any of those niches mentioned earlier in this training if you're providing them a specific outcome. So maybe you could be a mindset coach for fitness trainers because they already know what to do. They have the routines, they have the habits, other than the habit of eating well. And so you're going to, with using your modalities and your proprietary method, you're going to coach them to that. Maybe your relationships and you're bouncing back from a breakup. Maybe you want to find love again. Maybe what's stopping you is the subconscious from past wounds resurfacing, and you're going to heal those. And you can fix it for them and they'll find love again, as an example of an outcome statement. Maybe for wealth, you want to go from 1K to 2K to 5K, or diversify your income and expand your product suite so you can hit 20K months. So how do your ideal clients' lives considerably better after working with you, even when working with you? Because remember, they might be buying a 3-month, 6-month container, but what you're teaching them is a life skill, right? It's going to go for the longevity of their life, their business, depending on who you serve. So it's not just what you're going to do with them in the container that you sell, but what happens after? How is their life going to get better after working with you? So those are all things that you need to consider as well when talking about your offer, even pricing your offer and pitching your offer. So if you're looking to get like 5K months, which is again what we do in Social Sales Academy, what you actually need is a clear offer, clear messaging, a lead generation, and a sales strategy to enroll clients in the DMs or on sales calls. And in each of those, there are multiple action steps that need to be taken. So for example, or take sales, right? You're needing to understand the sales psychology, the different types of buyers, how to sell them in your content, like subliminal micro conversions, and that I know no one teaches, but also how to overcome these objections without feeling icky, or how to go from a business talk to, or how to go from small talk to a business talk in the DMs, which is like something that I hear all the time. And I have trainings on that, but what is a specific framework for each of those milestones? And what is, like, I don't know, the worksheets or the trackers or the accountability? The thing with the course or other programs is that information is not customized to their business. And that's why many programs are poop. It's just information, and it's not taking that information and applying it directly to your needs, to your business, to your personality. And this is just from my investment experience. I mean, not all my investments were horrible. I spent over a lot. I think in the last 7 months, I invested over 20K in my business. Each of them has paid back tenfold, but not all became an outcome that was promised, right? And a lot of that comes down to clarity and knowing where your ideal clients need to start from before they enter your program, because you want to make sure that you're facilitating transformation. You want to be known, like for me, I want to be known for results. So if I can't help someone, I will tell them. I want to have a high success rate. And so I know very clearly where my ideal clients need to be, and I know exactly where I can take them and how. And so most people don't tell you or teach you that. And I wouldn't be able to obviously teach this in 1 month or in one call or in one training. It would be more informational, but it's taking that and customizing it to your business. And at the end of the day, that is what people pay for. That's what we invest, not for information. We got a lot of that around us. It's the transformation. It's how do I customize this to my business? That's what we're paying for. Okay, so let's talk about mapping out your offer, creating your offer statements. And again, feel free to drop yours below. I'm happy to look at them and give you some feedback. I'm just looking at Facebook here. I see a little bit of a delay. So yeah, feel free to drop yours below and I'll take a look. So when you create your offer statements, which, I mean, we won't get into that here, but to give you context, kind of like I gave you the example earlier of the mindset coach that helps 6-figure clients hit $1 million in their business. And the way that you would map it out is, okay, so what is actually preventing you from hitting that? What are those limiting beliefs that keep you stuck? And that would be the first phase. So you're going to identify where they're at, what their goals are, what their mission is. And then by using your 1, 2, 3 method to overcome these limiting beliefs and reprogram their mind. So these are your modalities. And then what you're going to help them do after that is create better beliefs that, you know, their 7-figure future self needs to embody in order to get what they want. So you're bridging the gap. So if you're starting at, you know, having no offer, or maybe you're stuck at 1K month and you're looking to hit those 5K plus months and grow your product suite, this is, as an example, where Social Sales Academy will come in, shameless plug, but you're taking them from point A to point B. And the only thing standing in the way is what you have. You are bridging that gap. You're selling them what they want. You're giving them what they need, right? So how are you going to do that? What is your method and each milestone? So kind of like the example I gave you in earlier with Social Sales Academy is you have your clarity, your offer, your sales strategy, and each and every single thing has its own action steps, and each one, you're going to achieve a specific milestone before you move on to the next one. And the next one, you're going to achieve a specific milestone, so on and so forth. So you want to really bridge that gap. And to give you an example, when you're thinking about, I'm looking outside my window right now and it's a blizzard, it's snowing. And I'm thinking about, when I was in Hawaii and I wish I was just somewhere warm. And when you see them, or like the airlines, they're not selling you the plane ride. They're not selling you the fact that, hey, hop into the plane. There's going to be some turbulence. You're going to have to buy the snacks are $5 if you want a blanket and you're cold. Well, you know what? You're going to have to pay $2 for that. No, they're not selling the plane ticket. They're selling the destination. They're selling the feeling of being somewhere warm, being on the beach, sipping unlimited amount of mojitos, and having unlimited food. You get a buffet. That's what they're selling. They're selling the destination. They're not selling the plane ride. And on that plane ride, you're not thinking, oh man, that plane ride had a lot of turbulence. No, you're thinking about, I just want to get to the beach and have a drink, put my bathing suit on. You're thinking about the end goal, the end destination. This is no different in selling your offer. So you're not selling the container or the package itself, you're selling the destination. And what you are doing is bridging that gap for them to collapse time so they get there faster, right? And you know that in order to, get to Hawaii, unless you live there or it's drivable, you know that you're going to need a plane ticket to get there. So what are you going to do? You're going to pull out your credit card, you're going to buy that plane ticket, and you're going to be dreaming about getting there, not about the snacks on the plane or anything like that. You're thinking about being on the beach. And so you're selling that transformation. Yeah, great question. So I do teach that in Social Sales Academy, and we go through very specifically on how to do that step by step. So there's no question or anything left behind. We map out your offer very specifically, and I have methods to do that. So this is more just a higher level, but I want you to think of where are they at and where they want to go. What is that desired transformation that they want, and how is it going to make all facets of their life better? And I want you to talk about that. That is what you're selling. Perfect. Okay. Okay, so pricing your offer. Now, there is so much science to this that I won't be able to go through it here today, but again, it is something in Social Sales Academy. There is a couple hours worth of training that's completely dedicated to pricing. I teach 4 ways of pricing depending on where you're at in your business. And I go Mad Woman style on pricing with everything that I provide in there, but depending if you have like a product suite and whatever it is, but we definitely want to price strategically and maximize your profit. So today I'm going to introduce you to the 3-tier pricing method. Before I do that, you want to think about the demographics, who it is that you teach. So these are some of the questions, again, that I go in with my private clients and in Social Sales Academy. Take a screenshot of this, save it, answer it now. You can drop it in the comments. I can have a look. But this is something that I want you to think about is, okay, so demographics. And I don't mean like what car they drive, what podcast they listen to. No, none of that. I teach a lot on the psychographics, but the only time that I ever talk about demographics is in the sense of who that person is. Is it a mom? Is it a coach? Is it a corporate woman? Is it, a solopreneur, a freelancer? You can kind of put those together, but, is it, mom, coaches, so on and so forth. Then you want to think about what outcome do they want with your help. And then you want to think about the skills, the aptitudes, the knowledge that your ideal clients needs to have prior to working with you. So we kind of went over this a little bit earlier on, so I'm not going to spend too much time on this, but you want to have, know where they're at, what have they tried to solve it, why didn't it work, how is their life going to get considerably better, and what is your ideal client doing versus what they actually need to be doing. So kind of like the example I gave before, where some of my clients in the past, before working with me, were creating all of these endless offers thinking that that was going to be the solution, or lowering their prices thinking that they're going to sell it. Meanwhile, they didn't say yes originally, and they don't see the value in it because it wasn't effectively communicated. And so another offer or decreasing the pricing isn't going to save you. Another example would be adding more questions to your questionnaire, thinking that, that's going to limit the objections that you get. No, what will limit your objections is having a clear offer, an outcome statement, and knowing exactly the transformation that you provide, because it's going to make it a no-brainer. If someone said that, hey, for $2,000, I'm going to teach you how to make 10K months, that is a considerable no-brainer, right? So you want to think about what are they doing, what they actually need to be doing, and how will you specifically help them there. And you want to conceptualize that into like 3 to 5 steps or shifts, like micro steps, to achieve that desired result. So kind of like when you map it out, what are the milestones and what needs to happen in each of those in order to get that desired transformation. So the 3-tier pricing offers. So now it really does depend where you're at in your business, what it holistically, like what it looks like, what are your offers, what sells, where is most of your money being generated from. If you only have one offer, which is great, I actually teach how to scale that signature offer and turn it into a one-to-many model. But I like to think about like 3 phases. So say that you're kind of maybe new, you're starting out, you have, the expertise, helped a couple of clients. And within the 3 phases is kind of like if you were, actually, you know what, I'm going to save that for later. So phase 1, say you're charging $1,000 a month for 3 months, or your program is $1,000 a month. You're going to keep it at $1,000 a month for 3 months or 5 clients, whichever one comes first. Kind of like when you're getting your car, if you're taking your car for service and you're getting your oil change, it'll tell you come on this date or when you hit this mileage. Very similar here. Sometimes you can increase it with every 2-3 clients, depending on your business. So it would be a little bit of a disservice for me to say if I didn't have a holistic view. But phase 2, very similar thing. 3 months or 6 clients at $1,400. Phase 3. Not phase 2, it's either 3 months or 9 months. Just a quick side note, like typos are so on brand for me that I always joke that if you receive something from me that doesn't have a typo in it, probably someone from a team member wrote it for me or sent it out or spell check it. It's so on brand. So I have clients that always like screenshot, be like, oh my God, I made a typo, you're rubbing off on me, and have this running joke on that. So that is the 3-tier pricing. And then in Social Sales Academy and one-on-one clients, as I mentioned, it's like a whole science on pricing, but I do talk about pricing on transformation, especially when you know the outcome that you provide, it's what that transformation means. And I have a proprietary method on that. But to keep it simple, you have your 3-phase methods. And so this one helps you increase your prices, but also it kind of makes it a little bit of a challenge for you. Your brain thinks like, okay, I'm booking all of these clients at this much. This is kind of easy. So step it up a bit, increase your prices. And another thing with this is that within the this is 9 months. In 9 months, you have probably invested more in yourself. Your brand may have elevated, your offers may have changed, your whole business and you as an individual is different. You've grown. And so your prices do also need to reflect that. See if there's any questions. Okay, so the reason, kind of touched upon this, but the no bites on your offer is a few of these things. One, your audience might not have a personal connection to you and your brand. Maybe they don't know who you are outside of business, your hobbies. Like for me, I have multiple beverages. I always have at least 3 drinks at my desk when I'm working. I am known for going to the gym and being on the elliptical and engaging. And I always ask my audience, do you think I'm engaging and catching up on DMs, or do you think I'm listening to a podcast? or the fact that I just can't keep plants alive. So who are you outside of business? And the second thing is like not effectively pitching and expressing the value of your offer. Your audience does not see the solution. And hopefully after this training, it becomes a little bit more clear and imperative of what it is that you actually do for your clients, not just in the time that they work with you, but for the longevity of their life and their business. So your audience doesn't see you as a solution, that go-to expert in the niche. And another reason is that you may be speaking to the wrong people. And this one's very common, and that your messaging is off, because when you write effective copy, you will get inquiries. Just like I talked about my client, Rossi, the second she posted something that I helped her tweak with my method of how to write effective copy, she immediately booked a client, and she hasn't been the only one. But you want to take them on that journey that leads them to where they are to potentially buying from you. So you want to take them on that customer journey. You don't have an effective lead generation and sales strategy in place when these leads do come in. You're not understanding the different buyers. Maybe you're not speaking to the different buyers and the psychology behind that, and incorporating those emotional trigger points. Because remember, we buy on emotion. We buy because we want to move closer to pleasure, right? We want to get away from pain and move closer to pleasure. That is the reason why we buy. And then from there, maybe, we pair it with a logical decision, but we buy on emotions. We buy what it will do for us. Like, you're going to the mall and you buy a sweater. You might not need it, but you buy it because you want it and it makes you feel good. And maybe it'll just be great with that pair of jeans that you have. It's that emotional connection and desire of, you want this, so I'm going to go and get it. It is no different to anything around life, right? You want to incorporate those emotional trigger points. See here. No questions. So just to recap, I know how vital all of the things that we chatted about and how important they are to any success in business. And of course, there is so much more to growing and scaling your business than to what we covered today, of course. There's no copy and paste strategy, a one size fits all, but we talked about your profitable niche and how to niche down, mapping out your offer, pricing it, and the real reasons why nobody is biting at your offers. Okay, so creating your content that takes your customers on a buying journey and making them aware of buying, right? So we talked about that, putting an actual plan in place, plus understanding the psychology of that. So now I want you to have two options. Option one is you can totally take the DIY approach. So keep ingesting free content, piecing it together with new strategies, new tactics, hopping around without understanding the psychology and the why behind why you're doing what you're doing, right? You want to take what you've learned and carry on your merry way. Totally cool. Do all the things, hoping it works, that one day this consistency will pay off. Or two, you can have an experienced high-level mentor by your side to implement proven sales and marketing strategies into your business, taking all of the information and customizing it to your business so you can start seeing results and soar in your niche. And of course, have a business and life by design, because I truly believe you can do and have it all when you integrate these strategies and the way that you want to show up in your life and your business. So I want to introduce you to the Social Sales Academy. I'm so excited for this. This is my signature course. Literally, like, if you've invested in previous courses or other programs, this will be the last one. This, I've poured my heart and soul into it. My 14 years of sales experience, marketing, everything is in here. So what is Social Sales Academy? Social Sales Academy is an intimate 12-week group coaching program for online coaches who are ready to level up, ready to shatter the glass ceiling and become a booked out coach. I want you guys to define your own version of success. So this program is designed to give you the step-by-step, no fluff action plans to scale your business, to hit your income goals. without the burnout or sacrificing your health and wellness. It's such a core value of mine. I love fitness. I work out 5 times a week, and I wouldn't, we hustle with purpose in Social Sales Academy. Let's just say that. So I want to take you inside the program. So this is a look inside the program. What we're focusing on is mastering your mindset. Without the right mindset, no strategy will work. So we are identifying those limiting beliefs that are keeping you stuck. We are rewiring them, really building that $1 million mindset. We're going to align your niche and ideal client clarity. We're going to create your profitable signature offer. A little bit of what we did today, just much, much deeper and custom to you, because like I said, everyone's different. We're going to talk about Instagram and Facebook domination. I am teaching you the tactics, the psychology behind absolutely everything. And I know no one teaches this because, like I said, I invested a lot and I just came up with my own method and that missing piece. So I'm teaching you the psychology and the tactics behind everything on growing your audience, turning them into followers, or turning followers into buyers. We're going to master your messaging and create content that converts. We're going to map out your high converting strategies, whether that looks like for you, so that you're not going to find any copy and paste methods here. I'm not going to tell you that you need to do this, or you need to be in your DMs, or you need to live launch. We are creating it custom for you, or I'm creating it with you with data backed, right? So there's no one size fits all. And we're going to talk about how to slay your sales and objections and how to overcome them. I'm taking my 14 years of sales experience, top performer, is all in this module. We are going to create a white glove service and productivity. So you are setting yourself up as a CEO, creating the life and business you want by design. And then we're going to go into scaling past one-on-one. So you booked out your one-on-one, now what? I'm taking you on that journey and how to scale, or how to take your one-on-one and turn it into a signature offer and scale it with ease. So a little bit of an introduction of what it looks like in the Social Sales Academy and why Social Sales Academy. So my commitment to you is to help you accelerate your growth and create your version of success and just make a ton of money in the process. I want you to step in and create your own business, not a copycat or a carbon copy. I want you to step into your own power, your own leadership, and create what you truly want, your soul purpose. So it combines mindset and strategy. And like I said a few times, without the right mindset, no strategy will work. We'll teach you how to get more clients without the overwhelming guesswork. You will know exactly what you need to do every single day to get paid. You're going to have support, accountability without the price tag one-on-one. There is a private Facebook community, my eyes on everything that you're doing. And there's no more guessing where your next client will come from. And I want you to stop watching everyone else crush their goals and start achieving yours. Because I know, I've been there. I know what it's like when everyone is at every corner hitting 5K, 10K months with ease, and they're just showing up, and you're like wondering, how are they doing it? What am I missing? You're not missing anything. It's refining and having a proven strategy that actually works for you. And that is exactly what we're doing in Social Sales Academy. So we're alleviating that guesswork and setting up your version of success and making money in the process. So Social Sales Academy is for you if you're not hitting your income goals and signing the clients that you want, your income is very inconsistent, and you're ready to have a predictable and sustainable income. You're spending all of your time consuming, maybe avoiding the uncomfortable stuff. You want to close sales effortlessly rather than chasing leads, because there's no time for that. It is an honor to be in your energy. And that is the level that I want you to show up. You're not going to be chasing. You don't need to chase. You're actually going to be attracting and enrolling clients, especially with the way that I teach them. And you're going to have strategies for consistent leads, traffic, and sales, and learn how to close them in the DMs or on sales calls, whichever one you're most comfortable, but you're going to have DMs knocking at your door or clients knocking at your door. This could be some of my client success. Less than 500, reach her goal of 600 followers. So she had less than 600 and booked 2 clients. So you don't need a big audience. That's $3,441 made. Somebody booking a session without even talking to them. This is the power of content, the power of visibility, and the power of effectively pitching your offer and stating the outcome. You will have people coming to you. I'm not going to go through all of these, but this could be you. This is what's possible when we link arms and you join me inside Social Sales Academy. And as a bonus, I added this in very last minute. I wasn't going to do it, but I am giving away 1 week of free Voxer support with me for rapid fire questions and answers. For those of you that don't know what Voxer is, it is basically a walkie-talkie. It is amazing. You'll have me in your back pocket throughout all of your questions throughout the journey and answering any questions that you have, whether it's strategy, maybe mindset comes up, whatever it is, I am there for rapid fire questions and answers. And this bonus is available if you apply by end of day to secure it, and then we can chat further if it is for you or not, but the bonus does end today. So I am going to, oh, thank you, Bianca. Yeah, I'm so happy. I poured my heart and soul went into this, my 14 years of experience, and I'm just ready to share it with the world. So I will drop, actually, let me do that now. I'm going to drop the link in the comments here so you can take a further look if you need more information, but it is there. And then also the form to apply, as it is invite only, is on my website, which I dropped the link in the comments, and I'm just going to drop it for you guys here on Zoom. So apply by end of the day. This doesn't commit you to working with me. It's just to secure the bonus if we do decide that we are a good fit and that this is the right program for you. So don't feel like if you apply, you're obligated. Absolutely not. It is to secure the bonus of the 1 week of Voxer support. So me in your back pocket for rapid fire questions and answers. So a little breakdown on the value. So there are 10 modules, 9 live group coaching calls, so 3 calls per month. You have an inclusive Facebook group, which is priceless, and you don't get kicked out of my group. You are there forever and ever, and you have access to me every single time I launch this program with the price, with just paying that one time. So it's like a little membership site. Without the monthly fee. So you have access to that. You have obviously access to an ever evolving program. You're gonna master your mindset, monthly guest experts. I have some amazing speakers coming in. The first month is actually an emotional mastery energy coach that is just a powerhouse. And I just cannot wait for her training. Adore and love her. So monthly guest experts, this is over $10,000 in value. Your actual investment is $19.99. And yes, there are payment plans available, something I get asked all the time, so you can break it down to equal monthly payments, making it $6.99 a month, which is a complete no-brainer, especially for what you're getting in here and the fact that you're going to walk away with a step-by-step proven strategy to hit your income goals. So I also do have, if you want to go VIP, so you get an additional 1 call with me per month and unlimited access to me in Voxer. So not just for the week, but for the entire program. You'll have the one-on-one call with me and then Voxer access, again, for those rapid fire questions and answers, plus everything else mentioned, the support of a community, also the support of me in Facebook groups. So I'm literally with you 24/7. That is the VIP option, which is $2,900 paid in full. Of course, there are payment plans available for that. So that is the VIP option. So basically, to break down your options, there are 4 options. You have a pay in full of $19.99. You have a payment plan, so 3 payments of $6.99, and then the VIP, the $2,900 paid in full, and then 3 payments of $1,000. So those are the 3 options for joining Social Sales Academy. If you want to do just the group program with access to me in the Facebook and the support of powerhouse women behind you, or if you decide to do the VIP option where you get even more access to me, plus me in your back pocket in Voxer for the rapid fire questions and answers. So I dropped the link below, and I just launched this not that long ago, I think a week and a half ago, and it's already 30% sold out. So the cart literally just opened today and have inquiries. So if this is speaking to you and speaking to your soul, and you feel like this is what you need, and it's that missing piece, and having that accountability without the high price tag, or having that support and a step-by-step method that's going to help you achieve your goals and hit the income revenue that you want, then I want you to apply by clicking the link in the comments that I dropped down. But if this is speaking to you, I want you to jump on it. Because it will sell out, but I also don't want you to sit in fear and sit in, after this opening up Instagram and immediately start comparing yourself to somebody that just hit something that you desire. This is all possible for you. Everything that you see is possible for you. I know that because I was there, and I can tell you that it is beautiful on the other side when you say yes to your transformation. I've said no to mine several times. So sitting on that fence is painful as hell. And I've given you the information, and again, the link to my website, so you can make a powerful buying decision. But if this is speaking to you and you feel like this is what's going to help you and propel you, then either apply or shoot me a message if you want more details and want to talk it out. Obviously, there's no pressure. It's for you, and I want you to decide. But if you're feeling called, just jump on it, go for it, and don't allow fear to sink in and keep you from what's possible. So I'm going to end this here. Thank you all for joining me today. It has been such a pleasure walking you through this workshop and talking about how to create and price and map out your offer. And of course, share to the world Social Sales Academy. This is the first time I'm putting it out, and I'm just so excited, and I can't believe that it's already 30% sold out. So feel free to message me, shoot me any questions. I will see you guys on the other side. Love you guys.